episode 36 of season 2 of the Daily Intermission podcast. We are in studio. My name's Greg. I'm joined by Nathan Brown. How are we doing?
We're doing good. The 7-wood has arrived.
That's huge.
It is huge. I'm pretty amped up.
So you thinking a few range sessions before you take that onto the big doors?
At least one.
Yeah.
At least one.
For sure.
Hoping sometime, maybe today, you're out there, give her a little. The only thing is it comes, like I was telling you, it's kind of a win-lose. It's got a jumbo grip.
Yeah.
Which is like good for, maybe good for swinging.
Yes.
Or not good for swinging, but great for, well, never mind.
No, for sure. The jumbo grips, it's interesting. I always like,
yours are pretty big, aren't they?
Yeah, I got a decent set of mitts on myself. So, but no, I mean, it helps if you get handsy at the golf ball, but I'm not sure if that's the case with you, Nate. So you have to just hit it and see how it feels.
Yeah. I feel like it could just be an issue if I'm going from, normal grips to, but maybe I'm a jumbo grip guy.
You never really know.
You don't.
Until you try.
Until I get out there and start striping it on the range.
Exactly.
Let's see what happens.
Nate, I did want to mention, too, we always mention it. Pregame Show is brought to you by Manscaped. The best tools for your family jewels. They serve over 4 million individuals worldwide, cleaning up your genital area.
Genitalia.
So make sure you use the code TDI at manscaped.com. 20% off, free shipping. The Lawnmower 4.0 works wonders.
It certainly does, Greg.
Yeah. So if you haven't checked out our new YouTube video, continue along in the pregame show, Nate. It's pretty gold.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty funny. It was a fun one to shoot. Honestly, we had a good time with that for sure. So
that music that you found online too, hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I was just scouring. I'm like, all right, I need some free. It was pretty simple. All you had to do was like sign up for this site, and it was like, I don't know. Just grabbed a
free library of music.
If you go too far into it, it's like freemusic.com, free licensing. I'm like, well, that's not going to be able to be played, but that'll work. Oh, it's a good little beat.
For sure.
Little metal action.
It's some heavy metal. It actually works out really well with how you utilized it. But no, go check out that video with our friend of the show, Jordan Milne, golf pro at our local golf course, who took us out for a lesson, and it went just about as how you'd expect.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much spot on. The only way I would really say it. It went exactly how you'd expect. It was an absolute mess.
It was for sure. And I did want to mention too, Nate, that I got myself some ink, all inked up.
That's right. That was another fun one to shoot.
Credit Nate for the design. I mean, about 15 minutes before we had to head to the tattoo parlor, Nate did up something quickly that I was going to get tattooed on my ass for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, it's well done. Shout out to what was that? I believe his name was Scott.
Yeah,
shout out. He did a hell of a job. With the tattoo.
I was surprised.
What? So sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just surprised. Like we booked it for 12 noon. Like we get in there and nothing is prepared. There's not a soul in the place. You go out back. There's 6 of them stuffed in an office. Like I thought this was a tattoo parlor.
I know. That's the funniest thing about tattoos. It's like every single time. I've never gotten a tattoo, but like whenever I've gone with people, it's just like it's like they don't have a schedule book. It's like you show up, as you said, at 12 o'clock, and then it's like, oh, what's up, boys? Like, what are you looking at? And it's like, all right, send me this, send me that. And then 45 minutes later, the pen's getting
the funny
sanitized.
Part, too, about getting one on your butt cheek is that, like, they're like I'm getting changed in a different room. I'm, like, standing there in my underwear, and I'm, like, walking around. They've got these, like, makeshift curtains.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy smokes. Like, I don't care who's staring at my ass.
Yeah. I think it's probably like I don't think they think you care.
No, exactly.
It's more so
the
for
girl
like somebody
getting the
there's a bunch of people in there.
Did you
probably
see the tree she was getting on her forearm?
Yeah, that one had to hurt, dude. That's what I could never go like on right there.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
that was a big looking tree, man.
It was a big tree.
A lot of roots sticking out.
What's another painful spot?
What do you think the most painful spot for a tattoo would be?
I mean, right here's got to be
wrist.
That's got to be bad.
Yeah.
I think like.
Probably your neck.
Yeah. Something on your Achilles would kill.
Your foot. I've heard your foot's pretty bad.
Yeah, I could see that.
Obviously.
I hear collarbone too is pretty bad.
Collarbone, yeah.
Makes sense. How
ribs? Ribs.
Yeah, it's a bad one.
Yeah.
What would you say the pain level was on yours?
It got to like probably at like a 5 or 6 at some points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's worrisome, Yeah,
it definitely hurt at some points. It was like it was irritating enough where it was like stop. You know what I mean?
It's also probably just like semi uncomfortable. You're back there with like just like I was looking and like he obviously had to apply a fair amount of pressure to your rectum area.
Yeah.
And he had to like lean down on Greg's ass
Yeah.
to like get the needle in, because I mean, like, it's, you know, it's a,
there were some uncomfortable parts to that saga for sure. But yeah, no, at 5,000 subs on YouTube, we'll release that video. It's gonna be pretty funny.
It's gonna be funny for sure.
It's a sketchy looking area out front too.
Oh, well, I mean, I've never been to a tattoo parlor that's got like very inviting vibes.
Yeah.
You know, you walk in, you start getting in, you're like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, my anxiety was a little bit up at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm looking around going, yeah. Anyway, we got it done.
Cool crew they got there, though.
Yeah, it was for sure.
So, yeah.
Nate, I did want to mention before we end the pregame show, I guess we'll spread out the episode here. We got quarter 1 NHL, quarter 2 MLB, quarter 3 NBA, and it's in quarter 4 we're going to bring it home with the PGA Tour and NFL. But continuing on, I'm just thinking too, my halftime show is going to be off the cuff.
I was also just thinking that as well. As you said that, I was like, oh boy.
So it's going to be this or that sports brands. Okay. I think we're going to do
that's,
okay.
That's a good one for off the cuff. So we'll go with that.
So anyway, moving on, just to finish off the pregame show, Nate, Drake, the rapper this week, he tweeted out something along the lines of that, like the Ball's father, and John Morant's father, like, you know, how amazing job they've done with their kids, and that he'll just be hopeful that his son, you know, and how competitive engaged they are, and he'll just, you know, be thankful that his son plays, you know, chess, and he'd be going nuts in the crowd. And anyway, a guy kind of responded to I think it was an Instagram post, and said, you know, your son's going to be a ghostwriter, a professional ghostwriter. So Drake goes on and sees his wife in his profile picture, goes and DMs his wife, and it gets a little hand.
What'd he say?
Like, I'm here to take care for you, or like he said, he's like, your wife looks like she's missing out on a little excitement, and like he DM'd her, and it was
damn.
It was a tough scene.
That's a tough one to get.
Oh yeah.
It's just like if Drake is, you know,
in your significant other's DMs.
Yeah, it's
a loss.
It's like, honey, yeah, it's like, honey, I love you, but.
Yeah.
I mean, I give you the pass here.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Just to hear about the story.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, Drake making moves. So don't chirp him online if you've got a significant other because he'll come in and steal your girl. But anyway, we're going to start things off in the NHL. Quarter 1, episode 36 of season 2 of the Intermission podcast. And the playoffs have been amazing, man. It's been unreal hockey for the first 3 nights. We're going to start things off in the East. We'll just go through every series.
Yeah.
Because we've watched, you know, most of the series.
Yeah, for sure.
Outside of some of the late games. But we'll start off with Toronto and Tampa. Toronto comes out game 1, just absolutely dominates them. Matthews rips a couple. Marner scores 1.
Had me wanting to run through a wall.
The building was electric in Toronto. And I mean, it really gave some good signs that these guys are here to play.
Yep.
We flipped to game 2, and it's kind of a different story. Tampa Bay comes out flying, which you expect them to do. I mean, they're the back-to-back Cup champs, and we now have the series tied at 1, going to Tampa. I don't know how you feeling about the Toronto Maple Leafs.
You know, I would have felt probably worse about them had they not like kind of came on at the end there. Like the game was out of reach in the third. You know, they got it up to 5-1, but they got the shorthanded goal. They kind of got back in there, got it to 5-3, and I feel like that's a good little building block for them going into game 3.
Yeah.
As opposed to just like kind of getting whacked 5-1 and not really having any momentum. So I think that's a plus. I still like them in 7. I think they look good.
Yeah.
I mean, Vasilevsky was. We looked at his stats the other night. After following a playoff loss the last like 2 years, but now he'd be like 17-0, 966, like 5 shutouts following a loss. So I mean, it was almost inevitable.
Yeah, it's tough to beat them 2 in a row.
It's going to be almost impossible. Some say. So
see, I think just for the Leafs, you just got to grab 1 in Tampa. You know, whether it's Friday, whether it's Sunday or Monday, whenever they play the 4th game. But you got to grab 1 in Tampa. Like that's the, you know, ideally it'd be game 3. But you know, I liked what I've seen. Yeah. There was a lot of rough stuff, a lot of like extracurriculars, as there are in the NHL playoffs, and the Leafs, you know, haven't scared away from it. Nate, did you read about Willie Nylander's pregame meal?
Yes.
Dude, I don't know if there's a poor decision made by a professional athlete in the last decade.
Well, I think of just the sushi.
There has, but
well, most certainly.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at you, Calvin Ridley. No, but you know, it is a tough one. I think of thinking of just eating sushi before doing nothing.
Oh,
and it's tough.
It's heavy.
It's very heavy, especially the amount of rolls we put back.
Yes.
We go in there. It's it may as well be all you can eat.
Yeah, I
guess. We're eating everything.
I guess it's an amazing sushi spot that he was checking out. But yeah, so Willie Nylander ate sushi before the game Monday. I guess he was really sick. He was throwing up. And I mean, you couldn't tell. He looked pretty good. So
yeah.
But no, that lineup looking healthy. And we'll see what happens. That's an exciting series to watch. Nate, I do want to move into the Bruins-Carolina series.
Okay.
Where the Carolina Hurricanes have absolutely dominated that series. It almost seems like it's 6-on-5. There's no room for the Bruins. The Bruins have come out, I must say, very fast. They've looked really good at the beginning of the games, outshooting them 12-5. I think it was 18-6 in the first game, and then they just couldn't get one. And then as soon as the tide starts to turn, Carolina starts to build momentum. A couple goals go in. Very untimely. They can't get a timely save, I find, from Linus Ullmark. He'll sit. Game 3, they'll go with Jeremy Swayman. But the
That's
Bruins,
confirmed?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Bruins haven't looked fantastic. I mean, Jeremy Swayman, he had some stretches in the season where he could have been in the Calder talks. Like, I really like Jeremy Swayman, but it's going to be interesting, man. The Bruins, there was no life shown in those 2 games, and they were dominated.
Yeah, it's too bad. Like you were saying, like, you know, if they got an early one in game 1,
Yep.
I think we'd be talking maybe it's 1-1 right now.
For sure.
You know, even maybe 2-0 the other way. You know, you never know what can change.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a good thing they're going with Swayman. I mean, like, you're not going to win a game. Allmark, what is he? I think they got an empty netter. Maybe did they get an empty netter last night?
Yeah.
Or no. Okay,
Yep.
so I mean, either way, it's
4-2.
four goals
Each game.
allowed each
Yeah.
game. You're not going to ever win like that. So
No.
you got nothing to lose. You throw in Swayman, see what happens. Really.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get on the board first too at home for the Bruins. Like you can't.
Yes.
They're digging these holes and they're digging them quickly. Like it seems like in both games, Carolina got up 2 early, and then and then you're fighting it. You know, and Pasternak was finally moved up back up with Marchand and Bergeron. It's just kind of had the way. I found the best forward for the Bruins in the first 2 games was Taylor Hall. He was buzzing.
Yes.
He hit the bar in both games. He scored in the first game. Like he's really skating well. It's just a matter of 3 lefties on your second line. It's kind of unfortunate, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Having DeBrusque there with Hall and Hall, but we'll see what happens, man. I think they can make a series of it. You know, until you lose at home, you're not dead, but they're certainly in a hole, Nate. And Carolina looks like a wagon.
They do look. They look really good. They're just kind of going nonstop.
Yeah,
it's going to be wild. But how about that the Pasternak thing, where they initially called it a 5 when he hit Ranta? I was like,
dude, he was gearing up for the hit. Like he was like going in on the forecheck, and then he was like, oh, like I'm about to make contact with something.
Yeah,
like it wasn't intentional in my opinion. Like it's
I don't think
it's
I mean,
a 2 minute.
Just like kind of bracing himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
And even if you are bracing yourself, like obviously you can't hit the goalie.
Yeah,
but it's like at the same time, it's just like quick reflexes. Like it happens quick. Like you can watch the replay or whatever. But when they called it a 5, I was like, I texted you and I was like, in what planet are we on?
Yeah,
that is a 5-minute major. Anyway, they rescinded it and it made it a 2, which is good, but.
For sure. How about? I mean, we'll do it. We should mention it. Evgeny Svechnikov has the hit. Svechnikov has the hit of the playoffs. Absolutely ruined Hampus Lindholm. Hampus Lindholm out for the foreseeable future. Hampus Lindholm, man, I was hoping he'd have a bit more bite to his game and like anyway.
Yeah, I mean he's just known him. This is what I said to you the other day when we were coming into the studio. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's out before the series is out. And
bit of a Band-Aid.
He's gone. He's a slight Band-Aid.
Yeah. Anyway, the Bruins are missing the bite, and the old time Bruins hockey. We'll see what happens when they move to Boston. But Nate, your Capitals are up 1-0 against the Florida Panthers. The Panthers were God's gift in the hockey world all season long, President's Trophy winner. But the Washington Capitals take care of them in game 1. How you feeling about game 2?
Yeah, I mean Florida, they still look good. There was like some chances Florida had. Like the game could have really gone either way.
Oh
like,
yeah,
Washington
up 2-1 going into the third.
Yeah, I mean that was great.
Good hockey game.
Oh, for sure, it was fantastic. I mean you got Mackenzie Weegar trying to dance the 3rd all-time goal scorer at the blue line, and I mean that's not going to happen for you. And then Kuznetsov.
Well, Vanacek looked okay too.
Yeah, he did. I mean, Vanacek's a pretty solid goalie. It's just like I feel like they get a lot of people don't really give them any credit for the goaltending. And I'm not saying Vanacek's unbelievable.
Yeah,
but he's definitely serviceable
for sure.
So I mean, I kind of just want Washington, not so much that they're my favorite team and I want them to do well. I just kind of wanted everyone to take it easy on Florida a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like it was just like everybody picking them. It's like, all right, they're going to be done in 4 or 5. It's like, okay, well,
yeah.
Like this is a team that won the cup a couple years ago.
Yeah,
they're
have
pretty stacked.
A very potent office. We were talking about their 3rd line the other day. It's just unbelievable. Who's it? Oshie? They're
running Oshie, Mantha, and
Eller.
So I mean, they've got.
It's a pretty solid 3rd line.
It's a 2nd line most places.
Yeah, it is for sure. So I mean, I think Tampa wins tonight, or I think Florida wins tonight.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised.
Because they're a home team. They've got all this. But if Washington wins
at home,
if Washington wins tonight, you got a stranglehold in that series heading home. You're feeling really good about yourself.
For sure. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, I'm hoping for game 2, but I'm anticipating it's going to be 1-1 going back to Washington.
Absolutely. But no, I mean, Washington made a statement saying, we're still here and we're still ready to rock. And Nick Backstrom looked good as well.
He did, which I was obviously worried about just with he had the hip surgery. He hasn't looked fantastic all year, so he's looked good. Hopefully Tom the Bomb is back in.
Yeah.
That is going to be a huge loss if they don't have Tom.
Definitely.
So we'll see what happens there.
All right, Nate. Pittsburgh, New York goes to triple overtime. Yeah. Igor Shesterkin makes 79 saves in the loss.
Yeah,
I think the highlight of that game, Nate, would have been Casey DeSmith exiting the game
with cramps.
In the second overtime, and Louis Domingue, fresh off spicy pork and broccoli. He goes in the net, makes 17 saves for the win. Evgeny Malkin tips one home to win game one. Man, this is going to be a bloodbath of a series. I could see multiple overtime games in this series.
For sure. Well, the stat you've told me is the one where if a game goes to overtime, it's what is the percentage?
Yeah, about 65. I think it was between 65 and 70% of games. If there's one overtime game in the series, there's another one at some point.
Okay. So yeah, I mean this one also has like multiple overtimes written all over it too. Like these teams are pretty comparable, and man, Louis Domingue coming in. That's the first goalie in NHL history to replace another goalie in like the second overtime or later.
And he wasn't on the bench either. They didn't have enough room for him on the bench. Yeah. He was just sitting in between.
That's right. At MSG, they have the weird spot.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's right.
So anyway,
can't blame him for eating the spicy pork though. I mean, what are you thinking you're going in?
No.
Like, there's no way.
No.
So.
But no, it's interesting. So Pitt's up 1-0. That I guess both Washington and Pitt will have their second games concluded by when your time you're listening to this. But yes. I expect that both those series to be tied 1-1. But I wouldn't be surprised if Washington and Pittsburgh take two goals. Yeah. Nate, moving out west, we got St. Louis and Minnesota. That series is tied about 1. Kind of a tale of two games. David Perron scores a hat trick for St. Louis in the game 1, and they win. And then Minnesota absolutely bombards them in game 2, wins 5-2.
6-2.
6-2.
Yeah, it was it was a funny story in that game too. Eriksson Ek had the hat trick. He got called back for being offside.
Okay.
So it would have been the first hat trick in Minnesota Wild playoff history.
Okay.
And then so anyway, that goal gets called back, and then Kaprizov goes down, bags the empty netter, and then he gets it. So Kaprizov just stealing X thunder and taking it. But yeah, that's been a weird one. I mean, it started off with St. Louis. What was it, 4-0? Yep. The first game, and you're like, okay, shoot, like maybe they're gonna run away with this, but Minnesota with a statement win. I had a lock for 7. I think it's gearing up that way
for sure.
Early to say for sure.
But it's one of the better series for sure in the first round. Two of the stronger teams, two teams that you think could go on a little run. Nate, moving out in Western Canada, we got the Edmonton Oilers playing the LA Kings. They get surprised. Mike Smith tied 3-3 in the third period, throws a muffin, known for his puck handling. They end up losing the game 4-3. Second game's a different story. They go with Mike Smith. He shuts him out, 6-0 win.
That's a statement win.
Big time.
Yeah, that's a statement.
That's Edmonton saying that game 1 was lucky. I think they go into LA, take at least one. I think they win this. I think Edmonton wins this.
The whole series?
Yeah.
Yeah. I took them in 6, and I feel like that's
pretty
fairly
good.
Reasonable.
For sure.
So,
No,
I don't see LA pulling it out.
No, but I mean, the thing about Mike Smith too is there was a lot of rebuttal on his ability to handle the puck and that he was doing it the wrong way. Listen, this guy stops and breaks up so many entries. It's such an advantage to have a goaltender that handles the puck. If you're going to give up one muffin, like he was like on a 10-game win streak, like I wouldn't worry about Mike Smith. He's been looking really good. I know he's 40 years old, but he handles the puck better than anyone in the NHL.
100%. He's the best puck handler in the NHL for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like people can give him, you make one mistake and it's like, oh, don't play the puck. It's like, well, the guy has scored a goal before, folks.
Exactly.
So let's absolutely settle it down a bit.
Plus, too, it's so annoying if you're dumping the puck in and the tendies out there giving it to the D-man or making a play. Like it's just an extra guy out there, which not many teams have that ability. But Nate, Colorado and Nashville, it kind of went the way we saw it. Colorado came out and absolutely beat the wheels off them.
Oh my God.
Wasn't even close. I mean, you feel bad for David Riddick. This might be done in 4.
Yeah, it could be. I had 5, but I mean, geez. No save Dave getting pulled after the first 2, and it's or the first period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Colorado is just going to be going every single night. So we'll see what Nashville can do. Like, they can bring the pressure all they want back at them, but it's like a matter of you don't have a goaltender in there.
No, exactly.
It's going to be a huge issue.
It's going to be tough, man. I think like any lead against Colorado too, it just doesn't seem like it's going to be safe. They're just so deep, and they've got they're your pick to win the cup, and I think they're going to be ready to rock for game 2. Tonight, Dallas, Calgary. Nate, Calgary kind of shut them down in a greasy game, 1-0. Daryl Sutter, I think, loved it. I mean, there was some rough stuff, but yeah, Calgary. I mean, that's a tighter game than expected. So we'll see what happens if Dallas can grab them. But I think Calgary. I mean, this team is going to be a handful.
Yeah, that's some vintage playoff. I mean, they get the power play goal with like 4 minutes into the first, and that's the only goal.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised Calgary pulls another one. Would be my guess tonight. Go up 2.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
No, for sure. But we're excited to watch the playoffs. It's just the best time of year in hockey, and the games have been incredible. So we'll continue to monitor the series, continue to update you guys as we go along. But Nate, we're moving into quarter 2, season 2 of episode. Episode 36 of season 2. I nearly had a stroke.
Well. I've got my phone on me if I need to call.
We're moving to the MLB, Nate, where Dusty Baker, manager of the Houston Astros, is the 12th manager all time to 2,000 wins. Not a big Astros guy myself, just due to the whole situation there a few years ago. But congrats to Dusty Baker. That is a lot of wins.
Yeah, not a big Astros guy myself either. But I do have a lot of respect for Dusty, former Nationals.
That's right.
Former Nationals manager. So do like the guy.
Great name.
Dusty Baker. Yeah, it's a terrific name. He's also just like, he's kind of a hilarious figure out there. When he comes out of the dugout, he's just like walking out. I mean, this man was born in 1949. He has seen it all. And when he gets going out there to chat,
glasses,
it's just,
he's a heavier set guy.
Yeah, the glasses are fogging up. It's like, oh, here comes Dusty.
Yeah, no, for sure. But congrats to Dusty Baker on that accolade. Nate, Cy Young. We hear Cy Young, one of the best pitchers of all time. When was Cy Young born?
1867.
1867 Cy Young was born. And he's got an accolade in the MLB where he is the only pitcher to pitch his first 5 games, I think 30-plus innings, not giving up a walk and having 30-plus strikeouts.
I believe it's like 58 strikeouts.
Oh.
Or maybe that's the...
Gosman's got 31.
I thought he had 41.
Okay, maybe. Okay, so
and I thought the record was 58.
Okay,
for the strikeouts.
Okay, but in terms of the
streak of innings,
and then surpassing that, I thought it was 30-plus strikeouts in 30 innings to start the season with no walks.
No, that could be right.
And he's the only one since Cy Young. I could be wrong on that, but
we're throwing out every stat here. We got to be hitting on something.
Kevin Gosman is the first guy since Cy Young to do this.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's sick.
Do you have to think he's got to be the front runner for the Cy Young?
Well, you would think. I mean, rumor has it they might be changing the name to the Gosman.
Yeah.
That would be wild. No, Cy Young.
No, but the Jays have looked really good. They dropped a few to the Yankees, who are on an absolute heater right now. We'll get into that.
Avoided the sweep, though.
Yes, they did.
So they'll be okay.
Yes, they did. But George Springer, another guy, Nate, he's healthy. He started off last year when the Jays acquired him. He missed a whole bunch of time. But he, against his former team, Houston, I think 5 days ago, they won 2-1. He had 2 solo home runs. He made an incredible catch in the outfield down the game. George Springer, unbelievable player. The Jays continue to they look like a wagon. They look like a team that's going to be a playoff team this year. And really exciting there. But no, the Yankees have won 11 straight games, Nate.
Yep.
Judge and Rizzo are leading the league in home runs with 11. They're a handful right now.
The Yanks?
The Yankees.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the streak's over now because they did lose last night.
Okay.
But I mean, still, they strung out 11 in a row.
Yeah.
And like, just to think too, it seems like the season just started, but we're almost to the 30 game mark.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're getting there.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're looking good. You got the Red Sox are coming along too.
Yeah, they're starting to ream up some wins.
Yeah, they're getting there.
Are we just about 500 for the Sox?
They're 10-15.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, dude, it's so early.
No, for sure.
The thing is, too, like the bats. I think we were talking about it on one of the other episodes, but I mean, before it was like mostly the entire lineup was like in the ones for their average, and it was like Xander Bogaerts was the only guy who was like hitting like 344. Yeah. So it was like, once everybody gets going, I think they're going to be okay. It's going to be obviously a competitive division. So.
Absolutely. And Tampa's right there as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that AL East is going to be such a bloodbath. Nate, I did want to mention the Mets have cut Robinson Cano, leaving $40 million. I forget what it was called. It's not called cutting him in the MLB. It was called something. But he's been designated on assignment, so I think he'll go play in the minors. And I'm not sure if we'll see him back, but Robinson Cano, I mean, that guy was on the juice last year, and I mean, you remember him obviously on the Yankees, and he's a character that I mean, he's a great second baseman, but he won't be with the Mets.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think there'd be some team that could, if able, grab him
for sure.
There's got to be somebody who's
there's a dumpster fire out there somewhere who could bring him in for his veteran.
Well, how about Cincinnati?
Joey Votto has been awful.
Well, dude, they're 3-21. Like, it's unbelievable how bad they are.
They made the playoffs last year, didn't they?
Did they?
Or they went on a run too.
They might have made a run. Yeah. I don't think they got in. Did they? Cincinnati?
Maybe not.
No, because
I think they might, or right there.
Maybe, yeah. I don't think they were terrible by any means, but
they definitely weren't 3-21 to start the season off. So their season's almost done.
Well, so they're 3-21. They've lost 8 in a row. I want you to take a stab at what their run differential is.
I'm going to say minus 35.
It's minus 82.
Holy
82,
smokes.
Dude.
They're getting rinsed.
24 games into the season.
Yeah, that is unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness.
Not sure what's going on in Cincinnati, but our guy, Canadian Joey Votto, I mean, I know he's batting like 163 or something ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens there.
Things are tough right now in Cincinnati.
Things are tough.
More ways than one.
Nate, the sticky stuff is still on the forefront of things in the MLB right now. Madison Bumgarner gets checked, gets booted out of the game. Didn't think he had the sticky stuff going. The ump thought otherwise, booted him out of the game. Nice confrontation. I mean, it's going to be an ongoing saga, I think, for a long time, the sticky stuff.
Oh, well, I mean, it can't really go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be, even if, you have runs and stuff down, then you're going to have people talking about it. And if people are, and then if the pitchers are just going hard in the paint with it, then they're going to be talking about it either way. So
what would you use if you were a pitcher and had to use sticky stuff to try to get away?
Something to get away?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to say Gorilla Glue.
Oh.
But that might be tough to get the ball out of hand, wouldn't you think?
Going for the pitch and it doesn't leave your hand.
It's like we're gonna have to check him.
The ump's flying out and checking.
What are you checking me for? Did you get in his face? It's gonna be hilarious.
You can't get the ball out of your hand and check.
What was it? I can't remember I can't remember who the ump was last night. I know for a fact it wasn't Angel Hernandez, and do pardon me, folks. That is the only umpire I know. But what was it? Aaron Boone comes out of the dugout because Judge was getting a couple low strikes.
Yeah.
And Boone comes out and the ump just doesn't back down. They're just doing the classic directly in their face like this.
And does he boot him?
Oh yeah. Boone was booted before he came out of the dugout. It was toast. But it was hilarious.
They are hilarious.
I
wish those were mic'd up.
I wish, I've asked for it for years. Just can we just mic up everybody always?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's just have it.
Yeah.
The content you could get from that stuff.
Cancel culture these days, though.
Oh, there'd be some stuff for sure.
There'd be some left wingers.
People would be overthinking it. I'm sure the players' associations would have some. That's just not going to fly.
No, exactly. All right, Nate, we're moving into the halftime show. That'll conclude quarter 2 of the MLB. We're moving into the halftime show this weekend. It's this or that sports brand. So we'll just propose 2 sports brands that kind of have some similarities, maybe compete in the same market, and we'll choose which one we want.
Okay.
Nate, I'll start things off.
Sure.
We're going Callaway or Bridgestone?
Oh, I think I would have to go with Callaway.
Yeah. It's more of a versatile brand. Maybe
it is.
Yeah.
Bridgestone doesn't really have
just the golf balls, really.
Yeah, they don't have clubs, do they?
No. They used to.
Yeah, they did.
Irons.
I would love to have a top flight club.
Would you?
I don't know. I think it would be jokes.
Top flights or noodles?
Oh, noodles.
You think noodles?
I'd probably go top flight over noodle.
Okay.
Just because it's funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're out there. I remember a couple of years ago, I think 2020, Nate.
Yeah. I only played top flights.
You were only a top flight guy.
Yeah, I just hit them better. Also, mind you, the golf game was an absolute mess back then. So it was like, no kidding, these are all I can hit. But, all right, I'm going to say, okay, Greg, if you're a tennis player for this one, are you going Nike or Lacoste?
Oh, it's tough, man. I'm going to go Lacoste.
Yeah.
It's a steezy brand, dude.
It's so steez, man, especially when you're playing tennis.
And
I don't know
Nike,
what it is.
I like Nike. Like
everybody's got Nike.
In every sport, it's so good. It's like it's like a top tier brand in every sport. But I mean, Lacoste, you kind of got your own thing. Does Djokovic wear Lacoste?
Djokovic, I don't think anymore.
At one point he did.
Yes, he did for sure. So did Milos Raonic.
Yes, so did Milos. Yeah, and it's a steezy brand. I think some guys on tour should whip it out.
Well, isn't there one guy?
I'm not sure if there is or not.
I'm pretty sure you told me about him like one time a long time ago. There's like one guy who rocks it.
Okay,
but yeah, you got they got to get in there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
No. All right, Nate. TaylorMade or Titleist?
I mean, I'm gonna go TaylorMade just because my whole bag is TaylorMade.
Yep.
And I like the clubs, but at the same time, I've never used a Titleist club.
For sure.
I've never used one.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say.
I'm a TaylorMade guy too.
I like it a lot, so I'm gonna roll that. Just like a little more affordable too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like some of the stuff, it's like holy smokes. Like you wanted to go all Titleist. It's like even just getting a wedge. Like you can get a pretty solid wedge from like what you get
Anywheres.
like a one of the toe ones, the high toes.
Yeah.
Or even like I mean, you also get the Tiger Woods with the TaylorMade.
Yes, for sure.
So that's big for the program. But all right, we're going Greg. We're going Bauer or CCM.
Yeah, that's a good one, Nate. I'm gonna go Bauer with this one.
Yeah.
I think it's just a little bit more easy. I did use both growing up, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go Bauer though. I did like Bauer twigs and Bauer skates were unreal as well.
CCM's come a long way though, because I remember
sure.
back in the day, like I feel like they didn't really have a great stick till they came out with that CCM Vector in like 06.
I haven't used a fresh pair of like. I wonder what buying like $1,000 pair of skates would be like these days.
Well, oh my. They'd be outrageous.
So nice.
I remember when it was the last pair of skates I got, but I would have been in like grade 10. I got It was when the 9K pumps were the skates.
Yeah.
I was like, these are sick.
Yeah,
But like
sure.
looking at the ones now.
Oh man, they're like carbon
terrible.
fiber.
Yeah, these things were pretty heavy skates.
Yeah.
Like, so that was kind of wild. But
Sure.
I think Bauer's the right call there.
New Balance or Puma?
Ooh. See, this is a tough one for me.
Yep.
Because Puma, when we were in middle school,
Steez.
Puma was the steez.
There's still some steezy Puma stuff, man.
Yeah, they're bringing it back. It's just like most of the stuff, though. It's like, I'm not in F1 and I don't need BMW or Ferrari on with my stuff.
Oh, exactly.
And the other thing is about New Balance is New Balance was absolutely dust until like, it's still kind of dust.
Oh yeah.
Like, but it's a lot more popular
There's
now.
some nicer stuff though. They've kind of like changed their product line to compete with some of the nicer brands. So I mean,
for sure. But
I think I'm gonna Puma.
yeah, I'm gonna go Puma too, just because for the golf.
Yeah.
Like I'm not wearing a New Balance hat out there golfing. No. But do you remember how bad it was though? New Balance, like even if you look back when Puma was in middle school, it was like New Balance.
Oh yeah!
Holy smokes!
Dude, it's the classic dad sneaker.
Oh yeah, those white ones.
The white ones, like navy blue.
How much more wide set could those shoes be too?
Yeah,
they're
you can fit both your feet in those.
Like this wide. Like,
yeah, who needs those?
A guy on the Grillmaster 4000 does.
Yeah, that's just absolutely ridiculous.
All right, I guess I got one more here.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go with. Just a staple: Nike or Adidas.
I'm the swoosh guy. Swoosh. I'm the Nike guy. I like Nike over Adidas. I do like them both though.
Yep.
But I like Nike, man.
Yeah. I think that's a safe.
Is that the play?
Yeah, I think so.
It's an abbreviated halftime show this week.
It is.
Yeah.
We can only really go so far with the logos or the brands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, we can really dig into the deep stuff, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Babolat or Wilson for tennis?
Wilson.
I love it. No,
Wilson or Top Flight golf balls.
You got to go with Top Flight.
Oh, I'd love to hear that. It was Wilson Pro Vs.
But that'll conclude this or that brands. That'll conclude the halftime show. It was a lazy segment this week for the halftime show, but we'll bring the heat for Monday. But Nate, moving into quarter 3 of season 2, episode 36 of the Intermission podcast, we're talking NBA and their second round. The second round is alive and well, and the Miami Heat have taken it to the Embiid-less 76ers. They're up 2-0. They need Embiid, or this is going to be a quick series.
Oh, they need him bad. I mean, they're getting pumped. What is it? It was by 20 both games, roughly, was not?
Yeah, it wasn't even really close. So yeah, I mean the 76ers. We knew this. This Tyrese Maxey kid, mind you, for Philadelphia is going to be incredible. Second-year kid for the 76ers is going to be an incredible player moving forward. But just Miami's just too deep, man. They're too they're too talented to take on a team without Joel Embiid.
I feel like even with Embiid coming back now, it's such an uphill battle.
Oh, for sure.
It's going to be tough for them, but. I mean, they could win it. They can definitely win a couple with him coming back if he's able.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, he didn't even travel to Miami, so there was no shot he was playing.
You can win both at home and get Embiid back healthy, but I just don't know if that's going to be the case, man. It's going to be unfortunate, but we'll see what happens. 2-0 Miami. Another series that is actually, shouldn't say another series because this is 1-1, but the Celtics tied up the series, lost game 1 to Milwaukee. Giannis went off, threw it off the backboard, crammed in everyone's face. It looked like Giannis was going to be dominating the series. The Celtics come back, absolutely beat the wheels off them. The series is tied at 1.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been like both games have been like what 20-ish points either way.
Yeah, smackdown both ways. So,
but I mean, if you're Boston, you're playing the defending champs. You're not too disappointed in going home 1 or going on the road 1-1.
No, I don't think. I obviously, especially after not being prepared for game 1, you were without Marcus Smart in game 2 as well. Yep. So, get Marcus Smart back, and yeah, man, the Celtics play a nice brand of basketball. It's going to be interesting to see, what Giannis. I mean, you just got to take on Giannis, and I think Tatum's got the assignment, and Jaylen Brown. I think they're kind of, or maybe it's Al Horford. Who knows? But. Anyway, they just got to shut Giannis down, and I'm pretty sure it was Jaylen Brown when I was watching, but shut him down and make them use Drew Holiday, make them use Brook Lopez, make them use their that Grayson Allen fella from Duke, and we'll see what happens for
Grayson
the Celtics.
Allen's been good.
Yeah. In the first round he was for sure.
Yeah.
1-1 heading to Milwaukee. We'll see what happens. I hope the Celtics can get it done, but we'll see. They're still without Chris Middleton, so I do like the Celtics' chances. Nate, Ja Morant.
Yes.
Absolutely goes bananas for 47 points. I mean, this guy might be the most electric basketball player to watch in the NBA right now. This guy scores in every fashion you could believe. Goes off for 47. They win. It's tied 1-1, going back to Golden State. I still don't think this is going to be as close as a series. I think Golden State ends up winning this, but man, Ja Morant is unbelievable.
He can almost single-handedly do it, eh?
It's unbelievable.
He's that good. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Like, hopefully I assume also Golden State's going to win the series.
Yes.
But, when you look at Phoenix, they're up 2-0. If you're Phoenix, you're kind of watching being like, all right, let's see how far they can take Golden State in.
Yep.
They get them to 7, maybe get them a little more banged up, and then, Suns get some rest. I mean, it could be a lot really beneficial for Phoenix. So,
no, definitely.
See what happens. But I think it's going to be, I'm going to say Warriors in 6.
Yeah. I like that.
Right now.
And Nate, don't want to mention the Suns are up 2-0 over the Mavs.
Yep.
Luka had a huge game, 45 points in game 1. They ended up losing. I think the Suns get this done in 4 or 5 games. I don't think. I mean, Dallas is just missing some supporting cast for Luka. I mean, Luka is a generational talent. He's an incredible player. He's going to be a top 10 player for most of his career, or at least foreseeable future. So I think they need to support him with a better supporting cast. The Mavs are close. They're just not close enough.
Yep.
Ben Simmons has back surgery, Nate.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I think you had to go under the knife. I think you had to.
Well,
regardless if you needed it or not, you just
give me something, or at least get me let me get an Instagram pic and make it look at me like I had surgery.
Exactly.
Holy smokes, dude! It's like, why didn't you just get this before though?
I know.
Like,
it's unbelievable, man. He sat out the whole year, and then anyway, it's we're done with Ben Simmons, but I did want to mention that he had surgery.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say there's maybe the outside chance as well that maybe management was like, all right, we'll wait till off season for the surgery on the odd chance you can play.
Yeah.
But then it's like,
True.
had they not known he was not going to play at all, or had no desire to play, they probably would have just had him had that surgery before.
No, absolutely. That'll conclude quarter 3, Nate, of the NBA. I mean, we'll continue to watch the second round of the NBA playoffs. They're heating up, but we're moving into quarter 4. We got PGA NFL. We got the Wells Fargo Championship this week in Maryland. They typically play it at Quail Hollow, but Quail Hollow, it was announced that they will be hosting the President's Cup in the fall, so they changed the venue this year. Some notable names: Rory McIlroy, you got Corey Connors, you got Tony Finau. It's not a crazy strong field this week, but Nate, who are your best bets? How you feeling about the golf this week?
I mean, it should be a good one. I'm just glad the Run Your Pool's back.
Yeah.
I was missing that last week.
2 weeks off.
Yeah, that's right. 2 weeks off because, you had the, obviously the, what's it called?
The Mexico Open, and then you had the team event.
The team event, yeah. So, I'm on, who am I on again? I got Fitzy.
Yep.
I took Rory too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on Rory, Fitzy.
He was leading at one point today.
Rory?
Yeah, he's defending champ.
Yeah, he's 3 under after the round.
Okay.
We actually got Wolfie.
Matt Wolf
in the lead.
No shot. This guy shoots 85 or is leading the tournament.
He's 5 under through 17. Leads the way.
Matty Wolf.
And what else we got here? There are some guys I've simply never heard of. We got Leishman coming up the rear.
Okay.
2 under.
Yep.
What else? I mean, those are the notables kind of in the lead. Oh boy.
What?
Nicky Taylor.
How's he playing?
3 under through 18.
Canadian.
We're
Nicky
talking
T.
5th, folks.
Yeah, okay.
We're talking 5th.
How about Ricky Fowler's just teeing off. We'll see how Ricky does. I think it's another spot transaction. I mean, what's our guy Tony Finau looking at? He was my one and done pick.
Let me just roll here. I mean, it looks like JT Poston and Corey Kahn's got the lead on him right now.
Okay.
Finau, oh boy. I took him as well.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Unless I missed him, I'm down in the +2s right now.
Uh-oh.
And I have yet to see his name, which could be a bit of an issue. Wait a sec here. Has he teed off yet?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I must have missed him. He must be up a little further than I think.
Okay. Check around that even mark.
Yep. On it. Laird's even.
Martin Laird.
Norlander's even. Svensson, 1 under.
Nice.
I have a sister. I miss people all the time. There we go. Tony Finau, 1 under through 18.
Okay.
So we're 19th. Yeah. We're doing all right.
Okay, we'll take that.
Right. Yep. That is probably one of my biggest flaws is trying to locate one guy when I don't have him favorited.
For sure.
Just scrolling.
Yeah, I mean, the PGA, we got to get you on the PGA app, but
been pushing me for that for a bit.
No, for sure. We're 2 weeks away from the PGA Championship, which is exciting at Southern Hills. And we'll get the big cat back in the mix. That'll be exciting. Nate, I did want to mention a few notes in the NFL. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu signed with the Saints. Titans quarterback Ryan Tannehill came out this week, and he said he's not in the business of mentoring rookie Malik Willis. Interesting comments there. And we got DeAndre Hopkins, one of the biggest receivers in the NFL, suspended for 6 games for PED use.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's quite a few games. 6 gamer?
100%.
It's also kind of like a weird number for steroid use, you know?
Yeah, you think
because it's like you think you would just get like half the season. Exactly. You think you would get half the season, not just 6 games.
Yeah, so I mean, it's almost worth. Anyway,
well, you may as well take the appeal.
Yeah,
let's appeal it.
Yeah, exactly.
See what happens. Or at least come up with the old classic excuse. It was allergy medicine.
That's right.
I didn't know it was in there. Can play that one. How many times does that one get rinsed?
I mean, the Russians must have used a couple excuses as well.
Allergy medication. Well, did you see the Kuznetsov?
No.
He said he's like, yeah, it's nice to be in Florida right now. He's like, because my allergies were acting up in D.C. It's like, dude, you can't say that.
Oh.
That is the most classic. Like, anyway.
Holy smokes. Anyway, folks, that'll conclude quarter four, a little PJ, a little NFL briefing. Nate, fire wagon of the week for me is the Carolina Hurricanes. They have absolutely stomped my Boston Bruins. They looked phenomenal at home ice. A team that's got a lot of pace, they're a heavy physical team, and they've dominated the Bruins.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Mine is the International Ice Hockey Federation.
Oh, okay.
Huge shout out for the fire wagon of the week. Obviously, the tournament was meant to be in Russia this year. Russia's doing some insane things, as you probably have heard.
Wait, is the summer one coming? No.
No.
Okay,
the summer one's in August, and then it's Christmas. So it's going to be a legit World Juniors, and it is in our home province of Nova Scotia.
Unreal.
Also in Moncton as well. I don't know who's going to be playing there, but I can't imagine they're going to have Canada in Moncton.
No, I don't think so.
So that's my fire wagon of the week. Shout out IIHF. Let's absolutely rock.
I love it. Dog water of the week from here is the Boston Bruins going 0-2 down. Just haven't looked like the team that I cheer for. Need to be more gritty. Need to be... just need to play with more pace. This is the playoffs, folks, and I don't know if it's the brand of hockey that the Bruins have kind of created with the team that they have assembled, but anyway, I just haven't liked what I've seen, and I'm sticking in that series for my dog water.
How about that forward high stick?
That was greasy.
Holy smokes, dude.
Yeah. That was a gash.
Geez, yeah, man, that was tough. I mean, if you're Teravainen, he's sitting on the bench like, what is going on?
I didn't mind it, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, you gotta.
I texted you.
Do something. Yeah. Well, I said you.
Yeah.
Well, you were like, somebody's got to get suspended.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I think Forbort may just.
Yeah.
Because that was bad. My dog water of the week, broke it down earlier in the MLB section, but we're going with the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh.
I mean, you can't possibly tell me you're going 3-21 to start the year here. Minus 82 run differential. It's an absolute joke. Absolute dog water of the week. Get Joey Votto out of there. We'll take him in Washington, baby.
Yeah, it's tough seeing. Maybe you have to throw in Joe Burrow in the mix, DH.
Oh, don't hate it.
Yeah,
I mean, he could definitely bring some heat.
Huh.
Heard he's good with the sticky stuff too. Fine tire.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to conclude episode 36. Go follow us on our socials. Leave a rating down below. Leave a comment. We appreciate you guys.
We will see you on Monday morning, folks.